I don't really remember too much about the crash, but I do remember, coming to a stop, everyone giving me a hand to get out. I remember making the mistake, but the crash happened real quick. When generally you have a crash, everything slows down and takes forever to finish. But I was kind of looking down at my feet the whole time. It was pretty aggressive in there, but yeah, wasn't unconscious or anything, so I do remember everything. Video replays I'll probably watch about 1.5 times, and I'll refuse to watch anymore. So yeah, pretty horrific crash to rewatch, and one of those things I don't really like watching my leg break all over again. All up, the injuries I got was a broken wrist, a broken femur, which is the main bone in your leg, and I did some ligament damage in my knee as well. I don't know the exact ones. It's about 2 or 3 of them I did, and a little bit of cartilage damage as well. But everything seems to be going okay. I actually went to the doctors this morning, so yeah, everything's mending quite well. So I'm looking forward to getting back into next year. Yeah, for me, the injuries that the knee definitely stopped me getting back in the car at the end of this year. I would have got the leg pinned, which I did in the femur, and I would have probably got the wrist operated on as well, which would have got me back in the car probably for the last 2 rounds. But unfortunately, the knee damage with the ligaments kind of held everything up. So it's letting those all heal properly, mend back to their bones and their places they need to be. And then if I didn't hit my knee, it would have been a different story. Yeah, for me at the hospital, that they knew that I broke my wrist and my femur, and that's all they really thought that I broke. So I already had my operation on my leg to put the pin in my femur to strengthen that up, and the next day they basically want you up on your legs, starting to put weight through that to set the pin into the bone so it can start recovery. But just walking around those first 2 days, I noticed just a bit of pain in my knee, and it just didn't feel right. It felt like if the pain was up in my leg, why is it activating at the knee? So I quizzed someone about it, and the nights were pretty painful, and then went in for an MRI and found that there were some ligaments that were pretty damaged in my knee. So you had to go in for another operation. Unfortunately, that one come out probably a lot more worse. I think I dealt with the leg a lot better than what the ligaments did, but come out a lot of pain in the second operation. Yeah, there's heaps of different pains I had to deal with over the time of coming out of hospital and stuff like that. More probably a nerve pain was the biggest issue. It wasn't so much that the knee was sore and tired. It was just the way things were healing, and it was more like a sharp pain up to the brain, which was a really weird feeling. And I didn't really know how to deal with it right, but got on some good medications for those early weeks to get past that. And yeah, and now I don't have that. So now it's just an achy knee because I'm trying to get it to move. Yeah, so overall I spent about 2 weeks in Orange Hospital in New South Wales, just near Bathurst there, and then a week up in Queensland Hospital. But the biggest thing I wanted to get back to Queensland as soon as I could, be around my family, and that it's much easier for parents to come see you in the same state instead of staying at a motel and looking after you that way. But basically just being able to get in a plane and fly, obviously nurse care, air ambulance back was the hardest thing, and just make sure I was comfortable enough that the knee swelling was going down a lot, and there was going to be no complications by going up in a plane and getting a bit of altitude. And the last week was more just about getting up on crutches and getting mobile and being, I guess, more acceptable to pain and get off all the most of the medications that I had to have in a drip form instead of in a tablet form. So for me, having private health insurance has been really good. Obviously, the physio is quite expensive and a lot to cover, so it's good to be covered that way. And I think just being able to get the right hospital care and be in a private hospital and get the best care I need to get this leg up and running and get back in a V8 supercar and doing everything that I can to get there. So.